what happens here in Southern California is people break rules, right?
I'm gonna sell the tacos like my mom making the house.
Lettuce and tomato and cheese, that's it. That's a black homemade taco.
The way we rap, the way we look, the way we dress, everybody takes our culture, so why can't we do the same?
If they can do Chinese tacos in the San Gabriel Valley, why not African-American tacos in South LA?
When we get together, we gonna tear the food scene all the way up.
No matter how many In-N-Out burgers and avocado toast you may see on your Instagram feed, don't get it twisted, LA is a taco town. And tortillas filled with al pastor, Korean barbecue, sushi-grade tuna, they are fueling the streets, and the folks who are making them depend on this taco mania, basically for their livelihoods. Now lately I've been hearing about a new coalition, a new collective of young entrepreneurs. They're in Compton, they're in South LA, they're in Watts. And not only are they taking that taco and remixing it, but they're creating their own new food movement. I'm all about it and I want to know more.
The 92 riots were a watershed moment in the history of South LA. Latinos were immigrating to South LA in large numbers. And really after the riots, a lot of sort of middle class and African American folks started to move out of South LA.
Places that have traditionally for generations been African-American are now African-American/Latino. And at some point it makes sense that they're gonna start to be curious about each other's foods.
I think it was only a matter of time, right, that African-American folks started to make tacos. To me, it symbolizes this historic cultural exchange that has always happened when you have different groups living in a similar community, right?
Out of this cultural exchange, a new African-American taco movement is growing. One that's less about fusion food and more about the powers of self-branding. Now leading the charge are folks like Keith Garrett, aka All Flavor No Grease. Starting from nothing but a griddle in his Watts driveway, he's amassed a huge social media following, drawing everybody from local gang members to first-time LA tourists. But before he became known as a quesadilla legend, it was the taco that kickstarted his lucrative hustle.
Finna open up at 5 o'clock. Taco Tuesday, going up. Tacos came after I was finished selling weed, because all of it started right here too. You feel me? The weed, the pills, everything, all the drugs, that started here on the same block right here. I was telling myself like, Lord, I'm tired of this shit. Like, I don't want to sell no weed no more. I ain't making no money off that.
You know what's so mind-blowing is the lesson you're giving everyone is that selling tacos has a better profit margin than selling weed.
Guaranteed.
Is this where you first set up shop?
We started right here, boom. Then we transitioned right here. Then we went back right there.
And now, what do you have behind you?
Number 1 of 40, our food truck fleet. I'm gonna sell the tacos like my mom making the house. The ground turkey or ground beef, shredded chicken breast. Shrimp came along later, but I'm like, I'll put lettuce, tomatoes, cheese, sour cream, and we put ketchup and hot sauce as well. And I said, that's how I'm gonna sell the taco. So then once they liked it, that's what made me stay on the gas with it. Hey, swerving down the street, looking for something to eat, then pull up on 100th Street. Yeah, you looking for a quesadilla, hey, a taco or a burrito, hey.
Tell me why you got shut down. What happened?
Because the traffic be cracking too hard. You feel we got a DJ that's hard and it just be too lit out here and they don't like that. For real, and the police see it's
Who is they?
It's not even they, it's one hating ass cop. See, because these are the same police that's been in the same jurisdiction since I was out here on bullshit.
Has Watts itself changed since the time that you've even started?
For sure. Like right here, right now, this wouldn't be cracking. They wouldn't be right there chilling, none of that. But ever since All Flavor No Grease started, it's a ceasefire with both gangs right now. The OGs from this hood and that one had a meeting at Markham, in the back of Markham Middle School. Okay, man, we gotta have a ceasefire. The homie over there getting money. You right, we wanna go over there and patronize your homie, but y'all tripping. If y'all not tripping, we not tripping. All right?
Let's eat.
Let's eat. Everybody eats. To sum it all up, this whole story is favor. You feel me? Favor from God. Because if you do what's right, you plant the right seeds, he ain't gonna do nothing but water them and then you win. It's inevitable to win. So I'm winning.
All flavor, no grease to me represents, people making the best out of a situation in which they were never intended to succeed in. So it's motivational, it's inspirational.
All you gotta do is pull up on the Ocho, come and get your meals like 4 songs on, don't you hear me now?
All Flavor No Grease wasn't the only one to be inspired by the tacos' opportunities. Meet Monty Blanco, the designated taco lady of Trap Kitchen. Now, Trap Kitchen is everything that it sounds like, a wildly popular moving food party founded by her friends Spank and News. But it's Monty's larger-than-life personality, not a culinary degree, that's bringing her fans to her taco table, whether outside the clubs in Hollywood or in a backyard in Compton.
Where you at? What you eating today?
Monty Blanco,
What's up?
To be clear, is on the hot grill.
Yes.
In a tight dress.
Yeah. Keep
toes
it sexy.
out. Keeping it sexy.
You gotta look good. You wanna get money, you gotta look like money, you know?
We are in a crazy backyard in the middle of Compton. There's a barn. There's like 10 boats.
There's no water in the pool.
There's an empty pool.
We live
Low riders. I mean, it's kind of like a taco speakeasy. It's only for those in the know. Tell me, what do you think they're really coming here for?
It's for us and our personalities and the way we represent ourselves, and then we make it seem really popping, which we are. They're like, I want to hang with them and eat their food.
This is not the only place that you set up shop, though.
No.
I mean, we're in Compton right now, but you're all over LA.
All over. I'll be in Gardena, I'll be in LA, I'll be wherever the people's at.
Do you have an idea of what you want to do next?
Well, I definitely want to bring 4 girls onto the team, and I want 2 over there in bikini top serving, 2 over here in bikini top serving, and be Trap Kitchen angels, you know what I mean?
Oh.
With tatas and tacos. I'm trying to bring
Tatas
sexy
and
to the
tacos.
taco stand, yeah.
When I'm talking to a lot of these guys that are opening these new taco businesses, it's a lot of male energy. It's a lot of testosterone. You're the only woman.
I didn't know exactly how they were going to receive me as being a Trap Kitchen taco girl, or just a black girl selling tacos on the streets. I didn't think people would believe, you know what I mean? But you have to believe in yourself.
This shit is amazing.
Fire.
Fire.
Get up here now.
I gotta make a special fellowship with such of my people, especially my Trap Kitchen people.
Thank
Me?
you.
We love them all. Hey,
I love all flavor, no grease, baby. This is forever. Food is forever. The only time it will die down is if your ambition dies down.
With no marketing budget or outside investors, South LA's new taco entrepreneurs rely on word of mouth and camaraderie to drive business. Mell Henderson had his doubters when he first started selling tacos in Compton, but endorsements from rappers like Nipsey Hussle and YG helped him turn his upstart catering service, Taco Mell, into a thriving brick-and-mortar location in Leimert Park.
Before I even started selling tacos, I was really like practicing with it. I had a little electrical griddle, and I was playing around like, yeah, $1.50 tacos, $1.50 tacos. I wouldn't even sell them yet, I just made a price up. People was looking at it like, man, that looks good, man, you should sell those. And I'm like, man, that's nothing, I can't sell tacos. I'm a black man in LA, like this is not gonna do well. Yeah, eventually, man, you see it, you right here.
Wow.
Taco Mell.
When did you start, getting a little bit more serious with it and actually making burritos, tacos, quesadillas?
Man, I was about 21 years old. My daughter was just born. I was working a security job, but I just needed that little extra money. I ate homemade tacos with my mom, of course, but I didn't eat like a Mexican taco until I was in high school because Cliff's across the street. That was my first time having a carne asada taco with the onion and cilantro with the sauce. It was crazy. I loved it. I fell in love. We used lettuce and tomato and cheese, that's it. A little bit of sour cream or Red Rooster. That's a black homemade taco.
What is being called an African-American taco movement really is American. Crunchy tacos and soft tacos. I mean, every community in the United States has done taco night.
Why do you think all of these artists are coming here the same way that everybody else is?
Because the food is good, simple and plain. I love that it's in on Crenshaw because it's good to see a lot of black businesses. We're gonna see more black faces, you know what I mean?
I was hearing about him and then I saw him at YG video shoot and then everybody was getting it. YG like, this is my favorite tacos right here.
Do Do you feel like you're learning how to do social media from artists like Casey?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Promotion is everything.
He like the food game turned into the rap game.
Yeah,
You know
I told you that. The food game is turned into a rap game. We threw an event, me, Alfredo Grease, fries, man. But the line, you would swear an A-list rapper was in there.
The thing that you've talked about is creating sort of like a coalition, like a crew.
Yeah, Foodminati. The Foodminati, the F.
Who do we have right here? Mell,
We have the
start it off.
Foodminati.
Foodminati.
You hear? We coming for you, baby.
Foodminati.
I came up with the name from the gate. Then I told Craig, Mr. Fry Man, he fumbled the word off. The food, what? Just, the Foodminati. I'm just, not the Illuminati. Feel me? We not sacrificing nobody, none of that.
I'm Chef LG, I'm with the Blue Kitchen. This is my boy Damo, Blue Kitchen. DJ Bowtie Fly.
Hello, Mr. Fries Man. Eating on a Mell burrito, the 3 meat to be exact. Let me break it down to him.
Tell him what's in it.
Shrimp.
Uh-huh.
Shrimp. Chicken.
Oh!
Steak.
Whoa!
But I need to understand, the Foodminati, why is this the takeover? Why is this the future?
We adopted this mantra right here.
We over me.
We over me because there's a negative stereotype in the black community saying that we're crabs in a barrel. And this right here is showing people that we think outside of that.
And how does it feel for you guys to not only feed your community, but also to see yourselves as entrepreneurs?
I feel great because we're setting an example to everybody. Like, it's not just sports, entertainment. It's bigger than that. The world is much bigger than Compton. You feel me? That's it.
It is a deep sense of community, not competition, that has fueled these entrepreneurs and given them the resources to become self-sufficient. Ultimately, they're on a mission to introduce the world to South LA, one taco at a time.
I think these artists have formed a collective like artists do, and I think they help build a culture and a genre that we will see expanded throughout the country eventually.
The fact that there's a movement going on in South Los Angeles, and the fact that it doesn't necessarily have, the piercing eye of the nation's media on it, may be a good thing. I mean, it can develop its own tropes, it can develop its own stories.
Taco Mells, Off Flavor No Grease, Mr. Fry, Blues Kitchen, these are the underground hip hop. These are the real artists.
He who buys sell things, feds on the cell ring, codes we say ice cream, phone we say white. In jail we don't say too much. The codes ain't say the block, be on the block and on the road, get him my paper up.